Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing with some things that were sent to me in PR. Some of these are new, some of them not so new. And I thought it would be fun to just chat about some of this makeup, chat about what's been going on. So if you guys are interested, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I post about 3 to 4 beauty videos every week, so highly recommend subscribing. Turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, I don't know how exciting this video is gonna be, but I'm getting ready to film my new makeup releases. So I figured I'd sit down and film with some palettes that I wasn't gonna really do like a dedicated video to, but they're also beautiful. And I was so appreciative of the brand for sending these my way. So I did get a very generous PR package from OPV Beauty, and they sent me some of their new palettes. Well, these are the newest ones that I have, but these are their Glow Perfect face palettes, and I talked about these in one of my new makeup releases videos. So they sent me 2 shades. This is the one I'm going to keep for myself. This is shade 4, and it has a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer shade. I think they came out with like 4 or 5, 6 of these. So I thought it was really cool because I do believe OPV is a Black-owned brand out of the UK, I think. And then this is shade 5. This one is going to be a little too deep for me. So I'm actually going to give this to one of my friends that has a deeper skin tone than I do. I think this blush shade is so beautiful. It looks so pigmented. So that is like the first thing that I wanted to show in this video. Now I do have on like foundation and my eyebrows and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and throw on some of this bronzer, and then I can show you guys what else they send me. But yeah, let's put on some of this bronzer. Let's see how this looks. I'm just taking my regular old bronzer brush. This is the Sigma one. This is the Sigma HD bronzer. Such a nice brush. It's so big and fluffy, and I love to use it for bronzer. And I'm just gonna throw it on kind of everywhere that I usually put bronzer. This is a really nice shade. It's like the kind of bronzer I like. Like you can see a little bit of a bronzed effect, but it's not like overly harsh compared to my skin tone. And then I'm going to try out the blush, which is not really my typical blush color, but that's all right. It's very pigmented, so I'm just going in with a very gentle hand and then just tapping it on. It's a very fresh, pinky looking shade. So far, so good. And then we're going to try out this highlighter. So I'm just using another Sigma brush, and I'm just going to pop that on where I usually put my highlighter, on the cheekbones, on the Cupid's bow. I like to put some on my chin, a little bit on the forehead. It's really nice. It's not like overly glowy, but I can definitely see a pop on my cheeks. So first impression, I really like the size of this. It's really nice and compact. It's not very bulky, and I think all of these shades work really well together. Now, I also got a PR package from Sigma Beauty. This is the Makeup Shayla collection. This is the brush set they did in collaboration with Makeup Shayla, and I kind of wanted to show you guys how it all came packaged. So they have the recycled noodles in here. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. It says, Sigma Beauty, level up your eye look. I've created the ultimate eyeshadow brush set to bring your creativity to life. These are my go-to brushes that you can use to achieve a natural or a season 10 glam look. Shayla. So there's a E60 large shader, quick cover the lid in color. E40 is a tapered blending brush. E25. E30 is their pencil brush, which is like one of my favorites. I know she created 2 new brushes for them. I'm guessing it's the E14 and the E09. So the E14 you can use to apply eyeshadow or concealer like very precisely, and the E09 can be used for liner or brow products. So that's interesting. I mean, Sigma makes amazing brushes, so the fact that she chose to go with those 2 brushes, I'm very, very curious to see what those are like, because I feel like they have brushes like that. So I'm curious to know what made her want to create that. But this is a really nice black faux leather bag. And then the brushes are in this packaging. I haven't opened this because I wanted to use it in some kind of video. These have the coolest handles. I don't know if you'd call that like a paint splatter, but you can see it's like an orange and pink like marble effect, or like a paint splatter effect. So here are the two new brushes. It's a flat shader brush, and this is the one for like brow products or liquid liner. And then these are existing brushes. They feel really, really nice. I think the Samantha Ravindell ones felt a little bit heavier, or maybe I'm just imagining it. And of course, like my brushes are all mixed up, so I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But yeah, you guys know I love Sigma brushes, so I'm very, very excited for that. And now let's switch back to OPV. So they did send me 3 of their eyeshadow palettes, and I'm so excited because these are like so up my alley. I'm wearing a pastel shirt because I was going to film with the Juvia's Place Vintage Garden palette. I know that palette is so old. I think it's called Vintage. It's Pastel Garden. I don't know. Anyway, I was going to film a dedicated video to that collection, even though it's like 100 years old. But I really wanted to play with OPV. I was really excited that they sent me this package, and I felt like I should do a video in case you guys are curious. But this is like the more summer palette. It's called Tropical Dreams, and it's got all these beautiful greens and blues. And then today I kind of want to use either this one, which is the Bloom. I think this is their newest palette. And it's just like really fun, like fall shades for me. I mean, I feel like this is more like a summer release for them, but there's so many grungy dark shadows in this. And then I think I remember when they launched the Spotlight palette, and this one also is like a grungy palette. So they're all kind of calling my name. I think I'm going to use the Bloom though, because I think it'll be fun to create a really dark look, because I've been really into that. And then the last thing that OPV sent over are their glitter, like metal and liquid glitters. So yeah, I've had some of these before. I know I got some in like a Trend Mood box, and they have tons of glitters. Some of these look like they've separated a little bit, so I'm gonna be curious to see if it'll like fix itself up, because I think I've had them laying flat for so long that they've kind of separated. And I mean, they could be old too. I guess it's not a big deal, but either which way, I'm very excited to have all of this stuff, and I want to try it out because I don't think I've ever tried an eyeshadow palette from OPV, so that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the Makeup Shayla E25 brush. I love these E25s from Sigma, and I'm gonna go into the shade Aster. It's a really pretty, like bright green shade, and I'm gonna place that in my crease. Oh my gosh, right off the bat, that is like so freaking pigmented, and it's blending really nicely into the crease. So I'm really curious to hear from you guys if you have tried OPV or not, or if you picked up this Sigma brush set. Are you a big Makeup Shayla fan? I want to know all the deets. I'm so impressed with this green shadow. Sometimes these like more vibrant matte colorful shades are really thin and they like blend away. This one is really holding its own, which makes me so ridiculously happy. I can't remember if OPV Beauty is sold anywhere else other than their website. I want to say they're on Beauty Bay, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. I will try and link everything I'm using today in my description box though. This green is flipping beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love that color. Okay, so I want to deepen up the outer corner. So I'm going to go into this shade called Buttercup. It's like a really pretty teal blue. And I just thought maybe that would be like really matchy with the green. So I'm just kind of gonna tap that on with the E25 as well. Kind of blending it into the outer corner and like onto the lid as well. Okay, what do you guys think? So far, I'm pretty pumped. I'm going to grab this black shade from the other palette. It's called Exposure. I just want to see if I can darken it up just a little bit more, because I love to have like a really nice contrast from the outer corner to the inner corner. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more of the blue. Okay, I'm gonna take a clean brush. I'm gonna go back into that green shade and I'm just gonna make sure that it flows really nicely. So far, the matte shades are really, really pretty. Now I need to figure out what kind of shimmer shadow I want to use. I think my eye is really going to this green shade called Daisy. That just looks really pretty, and this shade looks really nice too. It's called Snowdrop. This one has like a blackened base. I don't think I'm going to do a purple shade, but those are kind of the metallics. They don't look that poppy on these swatches, but I think I'm going to go with Daisy. I think it'll pair really nicely with the greens. Okay, so let's try the brush that Makeup Shayla created. This is the E14. Yep, and I'm just gonna pick up the shadow on the brush. It's picking up really nicely. And of course I have to use my Mario Badescu spray. I'm gonna like really dig into the pan here to pick up this shadow. I will say this freaking shadow though has hard pan and it's driving me bananas. That's really annoying. Stop it. Stop it with the hard pan. Okay, so I'm just blending the edge here where I put the metallic shade. And I think I'm going to try one of these liquid glitter thingies. So let's just throw some of this shade on the lid. To give it some extra sparkle. I'm sorry if this video is super boring, you guys. I just really wanted to play with these palettes. I've had them for a while now, and I just, like I mentioned at the intro, I'm super grateful to them for sending these my way. So I just wanted to try out the palettes, you know. And usually I'm always behind with their new releases. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta film this video and that video and this video and that video. And now I feel like I finally caught up a little because I think the last new palette I was sent was the Gourmand Girls Spook palette. And I already did my video on that. So for once, I can just focus on catch up, which is great. This is so fun. There is a bit of fallout on the lower lash line, so I'll have to wipe that off at the end. But let's do the lower lash line really quick. So I'm gonna grab this Makeup by Mario black liner. I'm just gonna throw that on the waterline. And then I'm gonna grab the E30 in here. This is like my favorite pencil brush from Sigma. I don't know if they actually make a lot of pencil brushes, but this one is really good. I've seen they've been including it more in their brush sets, and I really appreciate that because I have like a million uses for pencil brushes. It's just handy to have them in a brush set, so I'm excited that Makeup Shayla included one in her set as well. So I just put a little bit of Aster on the lower lash line, and then I'm going to go into Buttercup and just add a little bit on the outer corner. Okay, so we just need to brighten up the inner corner. I'm going to use from the Tropical Dreams palette this shade called Bali. Looks like it's an iridescent green shade. Green gold shades. I'm just going to pop that on with the E30 pencil brush from Sigma. That's a pretty color. I think I'm just going to put a little bit on the brow bone as well. Okay, so the look is pretty much done. I just need to throw on some mascara, throw on a lip, and all the things. So I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, friends, so if you couldn't tell, I did buy a crimper on Amazon like a while ago, and this is like my second or third time finally using it. So yeah, that's the hair, and I don't want to brush it because it'll ruin all the curls, but I'm like living for this like mermaid vibe that my hair has going on. Also, it's super affordable, so if you want to check it out, I'll link it in the description box. Now let me tell you really quick what else is on my face so you know what my base is. So I have on this super affordable Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the Dewy, and I'm wearing the shade Caramel, which is a medium deep shade. I did use my Sigma F80 brush to apply this. This is like their best-selling flat kabuki foundation brush. For concealer, I used an oldie but a goodie. This is NARS in the shade medium dark. Also Caramel, this is the soft matte creamy concealer. And for powder, I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush, what is this called? Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. Really enjoying this powder so far. I really like how finely milled it is. And then my lip combo today is Give Beauty. So I'm wearing the lipstick in Tragic Me and the gloss in All My Love. So I really like the Give Beauty lip products I've tried. I have 3 so far. Really enjoy these, and yeah, that's the lip combo. I'm also wearing the Rare Beauty mascara. So those are all the details of the makeup products on my face. I will try and remember to link everything down in the description box in case you guys are interested in shopping those, and some of those links might be affiliate links. I may also have some affiliate codes down there so you can save some money. Thank you so much in advance for using my links and codes to shop. It really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and I'm always very appreciative. Now, let's talk about some of these products that I tried out today. So I feel like you guys won't be very surprised, but solid brushes from Sigma as always. I did try out the 2 that she had designed, and I mean, who can ever have too many flat shader brushes? I think that was perfect at applying the lid shade, and then this one was not used the way it was intended, but it was great at spreading the glitter because I didn't want like a line. I just wanted it to be like diffused, so that was perfect. Loved all the other brushes as well. And then as far as OPV goes, I am a little bit disappointed in some of these glitters because they're clearly separated. I think I might give it like a few days and see if it'll like sort itself out. Otherwise, these are probably gonna go in the trash, which is fine. Like, it's not like I paid for them, but I don't know if you actually bought them on their website, how they would show up, but not the greatest. I will say this face palette is very nice, and I think I remember when these launched, what really stood out is that they had a lot of options for different skin tones, which is so nice because I feel like when it comes to face palettes, there's not always a lot of variety, so I love that they did a lot of variety, and I'll put a picture up maybe of all the shades they have available, just so you guys can see the options that are available. I am really excited about these eyeshadow palettes. Obviously, I didn't try every shade yet, but this Bali shade was great for the inner corner, and I think this color story is so beautiful, right up my alley. This palette has some gorgeous, dark, colorful metallic shades, some beautiful matte shades as well. So I'm so excited to have that. And then this Bloom palette is so pretty. I really enjoyed that matte green shade. It was just such a beautiful shade, and it just blended so well. So I'm like extremely satisfied with this OPV Bloom palette. So yeah, it's just a fun little video. I just wanted to post something because I did get a lot of palettes from them, and I know I've talked about it. I'm just on a mission to use up all the palettes that are like new, that have just been like sitting around. I haven't had the time to like dedicate a video or just do something just so I can try the palette out. So I figured, let me start because I was finally caught up with the newer releases. So I feel like this video is gonna be kind of boring, but it's okay. I don't mind. I am just very excited to try some new eyeshadows, try some new brushes. So let me know your thoughts. Have you tried OPV Beauty at all? I know it's probably easier for some of you guys in Europe to get because it's a European brand. And so I'm happy to have the option to feature brands that are not just from the US, but brands from other parts of the world as well. Because I feel like sometimes it's easy for me to get US-based brands, but it's not so easy for people outside of the US, so I think it's fun to have variety. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you like this eye look? I personally think it is absolutely stunning, and like I said, I had such a fun time playing with those mattes. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in a new video very soon. Bye!